The Holocaust was the mass persecution and extermination of marginalized groups under Hitler's Nazi Germany. The most notable targeted group was the Jews, who lost two-thirds of their European population at the hands of the Nazis. Communists, Roma, people with disabilities, and other minority groups were also persecuted. This intolerance killed an estimated 15 to 20 million people across Europe. The Nazis, along with the Axis powers, launched World War II, which claimed an estimated 70 to 85 million lives. The Nazi Party's rise can be traced back to Germany's defeat in World War I. Many Germans were unable to accept their defeat. The Jews were blamed for sabotaging Germany and took on the role of scapegoat. This stab in the back conspiracy fueled the already existing anti-Semitism in the region. Jews have faced persecution since the destruction of the Kingdom of Judah in what is now modern Israel, according to the Hebrew Bible. Anti-Semitism arose from aggressive ruling powers that did not respect the Jews' wish to be an autonomous social and religious community. From ancient Egypt to the Roman Empire and into the Middle Ages, their lack of assimilation was seen as suspicious and caused friction within society. The rise of Christianity exacerbated Jewish resentment for rejecting Jesus and carrying out his crucifixion. It is critical to note that the latter claim is false, and the Roman Empire was responsible for Jesus' crucifixion. The stereotype of Jews as scheming outsiders persisted into modern times. The German folkish movement of the late 19th century promoted the idea that a nation should share a common language, faith, and ethnic ancestry. Other ethnic groups were treated as second-class citizens in comparison to the white German Aryans. The folkish movement eventually gave rise to the National Socialist German Workers' Party, also known as Nazis, which embraced these ethnic nationalist ideals. Following Germany's defeat in World War I, the country faced a slew of economic setbacks. The Treaty of Versailles called for reparation payments totaling 132 billion gold marks, or $519 billion today. The treaty also required Germany to disarm its military forces and cede territory to the Allied forces. In order to pay reparations, and due to a lack of funds, the Weimar Republic began printing money at an alarming rate in 1922. By 1923, hyperinflation had taken hold of the currency, and people's hard-earned savings had vanished overnight. The Great Depression struck in 1929, exacerbating an already dire economic situation. The Nazis' policy of genocide was an ever-evolving, sinister plan. The first concentration camp, Dachau, opened on March 20, 1933. This camp was originally designated for enemies of the Third Reich, only a small percentage of whom were Jews. It is also worth noting that it was not a death camp, but rather a political prison. While the Nazis harbored hatred for Jews and other non-Aryans, their original plan was not genocide. They encouraged Jews to leave Germany, but without any assistance and with the feeling that they belonged in Germany, most people remained. Things became violent only after these Nazi methods failed, and this gave rise to the final solution: